Roughly 43 million Americans have outstanding student loan debt totaling more than $1.6 trillion. President Biden has already forgiven billions in student loan debt, and his administration hopes to expand that relief with a new proposal released yesterday to forgive or not to forgive. Nancy Chen has been looking into this, and she's got some tips for anyone out there who is struggling. Nancy, we're struggling. Help us. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Tony. Yeah, this affects so many Americans. When payments on student loans resumed in the fall after that unprecedented pause during the pandemic, many families already dealing with tight budgets asked and are still asking how to afford it all.
With 2 master's degrees, high school teacher Raquel Perry has always prioritized education, and she has the bills to prove it.
How much do you owe?
$307,000.
When you see that amount written out, what do you think?
How am I ever going to pay this back?
The 30-year-old mother pivoted careers after getting laid off during the pandemic, but says her teacher's salary in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania can't cover all the costs.
It's hard to think about student loan payments, foods, electricity, water. If I pay this $500, $600, $700 this month, how am I going to afford to buy food for the family for the month, for the week? Like, how is that going to work?
Perry and about 40% of borrowers missed their payments when student loan bills resumed last fall for the first time in more than 3 years after being on hold during the pandemic. While there won't be late fees for a 1-year grace period, Betsy Mayotte, who heads a nonprofit of student loan advisors, warns interest is still building.
What are the consequences or risks in not addressing this issue?
Not addressing your student loan payments, it's going to cost you a lot more money over time. If the loan ends up defaulting, it's going to be a big hit on your credit, which means that future debt that you need to take on, a mortgage, a credit card, a car loan, is likely going to have a much higher interest rate.
While everyone's situation is different, all federal loans offer an interest rate discount for auto pay. For some, up to $2,500 in annual interest could be written off on tax returns. And the government has constantly evolving programs that can reduce or eliminate loans, with options available through the online loan simulator.
I would love to see every consumer with student loans get in the habit of reevaluating their student loan strategy and checking in on things once a year.
A first step in tackling seemingly insurmountable challenges. As Perry says, broader changes need to happen.
As a country, we drive the importance of education all the time. And at what cost?
According to one study, the average U.S. household with student debt owes about $55,000. Now, because government plans to cut that debt are frequently changing, it could be incredibly beneficial to see where you stand today, even if you already have a strategy in place. Again, the biggest takeaway is to at least come up with a plan, which that government online loan simulator is really great for.
Excellent reporting, as always, Nancy. Good to see you in studio.